Welcome everybody. It's been so long since I've done one of these videos. I said I would do rambles like monthly, and then now it's just kind of like an annual thing. But yeah, it's been around 10 months since I made that video. And that video was on a similar premise to this one. It was also like post-max and stuff like that, but now that I'm actually extremely close to maxing, and I'll probably be maxed early November is what I'm currently aiming for, there's a lot to think about. I wanted to update you guys on the content I'll be making, since for the past like 7 or 8 months, all my content has been oriented towards getting this one goal done, and as soon as it's done, absolutely everything changes. Like, truly everything. All my format and structure to every video that has, been kind of formulaic for the past months is all going to change. And I have a bunch of goals planned. I have some side account plans. I have a bunch of main account plans, which I asked a long time ago, and a lot of people wanted me to continue on the settled account. And I mean, I completely agree. I've put in thousands of hours into it, so might as well keep going, right? But the main goal that I want to focus on as soon as I'm done with maxing is the Inferno Cape. So if I end up getting both the Inferno Cape and the Max Cape, I will be the second ultimate to do so. However, I'm like 99% sure that someone is going to beat me to that, so I don't really mind, even if I'm like 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. It's more of a personal achievement just to have like the top shelf items of both sides of the game, skilling and PVM, and on the hardest game mode. It's just kind of like a personal pinnacle achievement for me. So that's what I'm going to go for straight off the bat after maxing, which I think will be pretty entertaining content. Now, I love tough challenges. Honestly, it is the most fun thing in the game for me to do some kind of ridiculous challenge and then overcome it. I think it's extremely entertaining. It's pretty much one of the only ways I enjoy the game at this point, is doing something stupidly difficult. And I would really be down to learn the Inferno that way. It's like with blank D-hide, rune crossbow, no rigor, stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like with all the time that it could take me to get ACB and Arma, I could just spend that time getting much better at the Inferno. And I think that would be a lot of entertainment, seeing me do it with like shit gear. So I'm debating that at the moment. I'd probably get rigor just because rigor is so ridiculously good. But other than that, rune crossbow, maybe some void. We'll see. Another thing I was thinking about post-max is skilling. I really enjoy skilling in this game, as a lot of you probably know since you've watched me skill for like the past 8 months. Now, one thing that's going to be extremely nice post-max, and if you're not an ultimate, I don't know if you're going to understand this, but I'm going to try my best to explain it here. It's the guilt that you feel when you skill hop. I'm not going to feel that anymore, because currently it's all like a time crunch for max, and I want to do it as fast as possible. But post-max, I don't think I'm really going to feel that. And what I mean by this, if you don't understand, is basically, on an ultimate, it is very inefficient if you decide to skill hop. Like, if you're in the middle of a grind and you decide to do something else, you're going to take time organizing, you're going to take time planning, going to take time getting the gear to do whatever skill you want to do. And then if you decide to change your mind again, you're going to have to go through all of that all over again, and you're going to waste more time organizing and planning. That's why you see me do grinds like 300 hours of rune crafting and 200 hours of limestone or whatever all in one go, because that is just simply the most efficient way to do it on an ultimate. And once I'm maxed, I no longer feel that guilt, that pressure to stay true to one skill, which is kind of like the ultimate Ironman way. But I don't really have to stick with that with post-max. And I think that is going to be one of the ways I am able to make skilling content on this channel afterwards, is I don't have to do a 200 mil straight, which is really, really nice. If I want to go for a 200 mil, I'll do it in segments, and I'll do other skills in between. I'll do some PVM in between, and that's going to be extremely exciting. And another thing that I was thinking about was making the perfect looting bag. So basically, you have this looting bag, and you want to organize it in a perfect way so that all the gear looks nice and flush, and it's just, elegant, and it's all placed in this looting bag. You have the best gear in the game all in your looting bag. So that's kind of one thing that I wanted to go for, kind of like an arsenal in a bag. So yeah, let me know if you would like that, the whole arsenal in a bag kind of deal. If you have any gear suggestions on what should go in the bag, you've got 28 spaces to fit the most perfect and best gear in the game. I honestly don't know what I would put in there at the moment, but I will figure it out. It would be fun figuring that out. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, please let me know. So the next thing I want to talk about is guides, because over the past several months, I've been getting a lot of comments about people who actually want to give the game mode a proper shot, but there are just practically no guides kind of steering you in the right direction or showing you how to do a certain method or thing on the game mode, and I think that is deterring a lot of people from giving it a shot. And I do want to expand that whole library of Ultimate Ironman guides. Now, personally, and I would suggest you to do this as well if you want to start an ultimate, just try it. You don't have to be the most efficient person ever, but I think one of the most fun things about the game mode is figuring out how to do certain things and optimizing your inventory and strategy and stuff like that. So I would recommend you to give it a shot, but I will be making things like starter guides and method guides for those people who do want to be steered in the right direction and do want to know how to do something the most efficient way possible. So after Max, I will definitely be on that. I haven't done them so far because I was just so focused on progressing my account, and I'd have to dedicate a lot of time to making a good guide. So I just haven't really had the time to do so, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I have a couple in mind currently. The starter guide, I want to do a farm run guide. The goldsmithing method, possibly limestone, but I feel like I've already kind of shown how to do it in this video if you just watch the ramble. But the one tips and tricks video I made was also very well received, so I'd love to do more of those. If you have any suggestions on something that you'd be confused on, if you want to start an ultimate and you just don't know how to do a certain thing, then yeah, let me know. And that's pretty much all for guides. So now that we've talked about the main account for a long time, I do want to get started on the side series stuff. So a while back, I made a community poll on YouTube, and I think it got about 3,300 votes, which is quite a lot of people. And I listed 3 options on this poll, and one of them was Hardcore Ultimate, one of them was Focus on maxing the Ultimate before you start a side series, and the third one was Other. So I made the mistake of making the second option pretty vague because 66% of people told me that I should focus on the Ultimate, and then I should start a side series after I max that account. But now I'm left with 66% of people who voted for that, and yet I don't know what side series they would want to see. So yeah, I made a bit of a mistake there, because, I'm going to be close to maxing, and I'm going to want to start a side series, and I don't really know what you guys would want to see. Now, a lot of other people who voted for the Other option, which I think was 10% of people, there was a bunch of comments, which I told them to comment if they picked the Other option, and the comments with the most likes were regular hardcore Ironman, and I'm going to tell you straight right now, I do not want to start a regular hardcore or a regular Ironman. It just won't interest me. My interest will die in the game, and I think at this point, it's just come to a point that I need to really challenge myself in this game, or I am not going to enjoy it. And it's kind of sad that it's gotten to that point, but it's just how it is. I think a lot of you can agree with the point that if I'm not enjoying doing it, then you're not really going to enjoy watching it. So now to talk about the last option that I didn't talk about, which was Hardcore Ultimate, and that received 24% of the vote, which I'm very curious to see what it would receive if those 66% of people could re-vote and not vote for choosing to focus on the Ultimate. Now, my only problem with doing a Hardcore Ultimate, which I'm sure a lot of you probably have the same exact problem, is that it's not an official game mode. I would be completely down to play an unofficial version of the game mode because I genuinely think that would be an extremely fun challenge. There's absolutely zero chance that I would be going for max on that account. I don't have another like 10k hours in me to do that. However, I would go for things like Inferno Cape on that account and, other things like that. Mostly like PVM oriented on that account. I don't think I'd focus too much on skills. Ultimate already takes such an incredible amount of planning. I feel like, oh my god, dude, Hardcore Ultimate would be actually next level. Like, your inventory would be so restrictive. Hardcore Ultimate is pretty much what Ultimate was intended to be. Without the one life aspect, of course, but like, no Zulrah, no looting bags, stuff like that, which honestly I've kind of grown to love some of those aspects of Ultimate. Sorry, I just hit my keyboard, if you heard that. But I've kind of grown to love some of those aspects of Ultimate because I think pushing the boundaries of a game mode using mechanics is actually pretty freaking cool. Sorry, I'm not getting this video demonetized, so I'm gonna use some child-friendly language here. But I would also be very, very willing to try the whole no looting bag Zulrah aspect because I think that would be extremely, extremely cool. And achievements on that game mode would be on a whole other level to Ultimate Iron Man achievements currently. So, I don't know. If it ever gets released, if it's ever official, I will be on that instantly. Absolutely, I will be on that instantly. However, it doesn't look too bright in the future for that game mode. I think Group Ironman is definitely going to take a priority over that. And I'm currently unsure if I'd ever even try Group Ironman mode. But I don't know. We'll see. That's a decision for the future. We'll see if I come around to that. And if they ever release Hardcore Ultimate, 100% really excited for that. So one side series that I really want to do after Max, and I'm going to keep this purposely vague, is relating to the thing that I said previously. If I decided to keep it in the ramble, maybe I'm just referring to absolutely nothing. But I really like doing tough challenges, and I want to keep it in the Ultimate Iron Man theme. And I think I don't really have a great name for this currently, but The name that I've come up with so far is called Defying the Impossible. And the premise of this would just be to make either fresh accounts or do it on this ultimate. But I want to keep it like somewhat Ultimate Ironman themed. There could be other exceptions and stuff. And I want to do extremely difficult challenges. So to give you an example, and I just thought of this in the last like 2 minutes. I don't think I'm actually going to do it, but this is just to give you an example of what you can expect. Is like you make a fresh Ultimate Ironman, and then within 30 minutes of account creation, you have to kill the Chaos Elemental or something like that, you know? Just like really, really difficult challenges that require a lot of out-of-the-box thinking. And I don't know, I just want to do something like that and just have it be like a multiple part series where it's just a bunch of this stuff, because I really enjoy doing stuff like that. So my final side series idea, and this is also going to be on the straw poll, so you can vote there for which one you think is better. But the idea is a 1 defense hardcore or a 1 defense ultimate, and the plan is to go for an Infernal Cape. And I'm basically stuck between these 2 game modes because I originally wanted to do a hardcore, right? And then I figured, like, I can just die, like, thousands of hours into the account to either Zulrah or Sarah, because, I mean, 1 defense is kind of sketchy, but also 1 DC, and I've lost, 2,000, 3,000 hours of progress on this account that's going to take me ages to build. Now, if it is a hardcore, I don't think I'll skill on it at all, because I'd probably just go full combat and go for the cape. On an ultimate, I'd probably plan the account a bit more and go a bit more efficiency with it, but I probably wouldn't skill too much on it either way. But it would be really cool to just have like an Infernal Cape on like a 90 combat hardcore or ultimate. But the only thing preventing me from doing a hardcore is the possible risk of just DCing and the whole series is over. So, I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments that are just going to be like, dude, do what you want. It's like at the end of the day, it's your decision. And I know that. But I really, really value the criticism and feedback and any thoughts that you could possibly have. So anything you have to say on any one of the ideas that I talked about, whether it be on the main account or the side series or anything that you want to suggest, please go for it. Even if you just want to say hi, at least I'll know that you made it to almost the end of the video. That's pretty damn impressive. Good job. Not many people make it that far on a ramble, so, kudos to you, man. Thank you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I hope this video isn't too long. I've been talking for a long time, but it might not seem like that in the video, depending on how much I cut out. I might have rambled on a bit too much on some topics, and they're just going to end up being cut. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today. I will hopefully have a guide up soon, and then, I don't know, progress video is going to take a while, but it'll be out, all right? It'll be out. Don't you worry. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by today and watching the ramble, see what I have to say, and vote in the straw poll. Please give me your thoughts in the comments. Vote in the straw poll.